Who's doing videos right now? Who's doing videos? You're doing videos?
Yes.
Okay, good. The rest of you, quick question. What's the first? Just tell me. Why are you not using videos for your business? Lauren, on the spot.
We are
You are?
using animated emails.
Animated emails. Awesome.
We have all the software to do the type of videos, but corporate does a lot of it for us, but we are not using it on a local level. And you can't ask me why, because I'm not the decision maker.
I understand when it's big companies, when it's boards, I get it. I've dealt with them in the past. Donna? You're also in the big corp.
Yeah.
And you're gonna tell me I got a lot of financial regulations, blah blah blah. I've dealt with financial guys in the past. What was your name again?
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
We've used them before with a nonprofit, A New Generation, that I'm involved with, and we actually are going to start using video at Health and Wellness of Central Florida.
Sir?
We use them, Angel, because we find today's society, people would rather watch than read.
Yep.
That's actually
Yes.
one of my wives.
I read that.
I have a video that I did for an infomercial.
Okay.
But I don't use it anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, information in 2019, scratch them. Don't use them. They don't work. But wait, there is more.
That's right.
Yes, we use a video,
Yeah.
put it out by the company.
Yeah, I don't know if this really counts or not, but obviously my business is a rock and roll band, and we are doing a 50-minute show at Full Sail University next month. It's going to be, both audio and video, and that's what we're going to be using as our calling card to cut up into snippets in various things, for advertising, and also to present to various production companies and booking agencies and stuff like that.
Definitely.
So, Angel, can I say, John, I think it would be good for you because people get to hear you.
Yeah, that's right.
Not only see you, but hear your music.
Well, that's part of the thought process, so.
Yeah, the last couple of years, the music or the bands or groups that took off, they recorded, uploaded, whether to YouTube or SoundCloud. That's how they got discovered, and everything went downhill from there.
Really?
Yeah.
We use videos because of privacy issues with the children we serve. We can actually videotape the children we serve and show a video, which really brings the kids to the place where we're getting the message. And I'm going to have a great one next week to show you all.
I don't use any videos at all.
No?
Although Florida Blue, I represent them, they do ads on TV and stuff, but I don't know, Andrew, I don't know if videos ever work in the insurance business or not.
So that's a old mentality that if you want to break through in the upcoming years, I will give you some tips that definitely will break, because you are in the educational, you have to educate customers. So whether you educate in the one-on-one, why not educate them through a video?
Sorry.
And I don't mean old mentality for you guys. I mean the company, the industry-wide. That's when you guys are brought up, you are brought up to think that way. But it's ways around it. Yes,
It's
ma'am.
about videos that we.
Do you use a video, Deb?
Well, Motus, the company, Motus
stuff?
has
So like a
their
corporate
videos,
video.
yeah, corporate video, yeah.
So yes, ma'am.
Can I just ask a question or make a comment?
Of course. And by the way, that's mainly my interactions. I typically don't like to go through an agenda, so I like to answer you guys' questions and give you more value that way.
I know that, some people are limited by rules and regulations and that, but at the end of the day, I mean, you say with Florida Blue, but I mean, the thing is, you've got to try and separate you from the rest of the chaff out there. So you sell yourself, not your business. You're selling
100%. And that's the other mistake that businesses are doing. They think on the company, but when they're doing a relation, you're going to build a relationship. Andrew, you build a relation with the person. You're selling yourself first before you sell the company.
Well, yeah, and I understand what you're saying, but Andrew knows this as well as I do, that we have to comply with certain. We may develop a video, put it out there, and all of a sudden you got calls coming from Florida Blue or whoever you may work with, say, you can't put that in there.
But you have to
So
say
the whole
Florida
basic
Blue.
thing is, every time we do a video, we have to send it to carrier say, is this okay for us to use?
Yes, sir.
So kind of like bouncing off what Jackie said, are you kind of like going at more like, let's okay, I've got my Facebook page, let's fill my Facebook page with the stuff that I do throughout the day in a social setting opposed to a work setting to let people know who I am? Because like that's something that both of us can do. Just like, hey, I'm Andrew and I'm out here having a beer, come join me. Or I'm out here taking a run down the...
So let me ask you, why would I join? If I don't know you, why would I do that?
Well, I mean, is that kind of like what you're saying?
No.
Like get to know the person, or are you talking about the business?
A business. But so it's everything that you do online, you gotta be intentional.
Yep.
If it's not intentional, you're just wasting your time. You're posting for the sake of posting. But I'll get back into that one with the remainder of the talk. So why video? Why video? First of all, connections, analytics. If you're busy, you can create a video and extract images from there, extract audio, use it for multiple purposes, slides. So plus in a video, you can see how many people watch it, not in just views, but how long the people watch the video for. In text and images, you can't do that. So once you post it online, if you post a picture and you get 3 likes versus a video that you have 3 likes, but you know that 100% of the people watch it 100%.
That's right.
As opposed to just clicking on a like
And click it on like it. But if in the other side you have a video that people stop watching after 10 seconds, then you have an opportunity to adjust your message.
Yeah.
What did I say that cause people to drop? But that's another challenge with the videos. People are not looking those analytics. They're not looking. But my strong reason for video is that if a picture is worth 1,000 words, a video is worth 1,000 pictures. I've been doing this for a long time. I started designing websites in 1998. In 2003, I became a marketer, a student and a practitioner of marketing. In 2008, I stumbled upon video mainly because I was recording videos for my clients, recording frequently asked questions and video tutorials for my clients. But then one client asked me to record videos for them, and that's everything snowballed from there. So now I combine video and marketing into one. And one thing that I've seen since day one until now is that you go to post on something on Facebook, and it's at that moment that you thought about the title and at the description. And even worse, if you're recording a live stream, at that moment when you're gonna hit record is when you're trying to figure out what you're going to say. And that's why the videos are not giving you the result that you wanted. If you're winging it, if you're doing it on the spot, your content, regardless if it's video, text, or images, it will fail on social media or any marketing that you do. You have to be intentional. Yes, ma'am.
So one more thing with the videos is the fact that we did a comparison. We did because I do a lot of videos for education, but we did the video, and then we've started doing videos that have moving backgrounds. There'd be a fire, and getting 200 here to 700 there. If something's moving in the background, like I had a lighted fire, or I've got an ocean, if something else is moving, the background is moving, we get so much more views that way than having to still
movement. It adds emotion. It causes people. It resets the attention of people online. So if you can do a video that is 3 to 5 seconds, each clip, each scene, it will capture the people's attention for a lot longer than just sitting in front of a computer and just blah 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 blah. However, if you can be that creative, like angles and scenery, then movement. Like, what's your name again?
Jackie.
Jackie. Like Jackie said, movement. Something in the video, arts or graphic, will also help people retain a little bit longer. So that's the problem I see, and I think that's one of the biggest problems is that you're trying to figure out right then and there when you're about to record that video, what is that you're trying to say. And how you fix that is to make sure that any content that you are recording, creating, and sharing is in line with your marketing plan. And if you don't have a marketing plan, create one. And if you have one and if you haven't read it, print it and read it and make sure that anything that you post is in line with your marketing message. What video should you be recording? Regardless if you're in the insurance or financial or fitness, travel, books, what videos can help you create awareness of what you're doing?
Well, informational videos, making people aware, like right now, open enrollment, a lot of people
But if I don't know you,
15th comes around, they think they want to get enrolled in insurance. Oh, you're too late.
but if I don't know you, and I don't know your company, how can you capture my attention?
Have something that's fairly conscious. I did the thing about not being able to fly anywhere.
So
That caused thousands of phone calls.
But how did you get that out there? Did you do it on TV, on your website? Where did you plant the video?
I put that video up on YouTube, it's on our Facebook, and we have our own TV channel on Roku, so it's out there as well.
Okay.
But just on the Facebook alone, you should have seen all the comments of people having a heart attack. So if you've got to have some sort of message that's going to go, what the hell did he just say?
But that's fine if people know you. But if people don't know
That's
about
what
your
should be
business
done, yeah.
and you need to attract, what is one way that you can do it with video?
So Angel, are you saying that there should be some sort of an introduction to yourself first?
No. So
No.
what I'm trying to get with this is that people are viewing content in different ways. So you gotta create awareness, meaning how you attract the client acquisition process or the sales funnel, however people want to call it these days. Create awareness. People don't know that you exist or your business exists, or what is that you do. Also, people might not know that they have a health problem. How can you capture that attention? If they don't know, you can provide that solution. And once they know that you exist, what can you tell them that's different about your books?
Well, when I did my infomercial, what I did was I noticed nobody knows how I make these books and what I do. They still don't understand what a personalized book is. So I showed myself making the book from getting the order, typing it, printing it, cutting it.
And once they know that your product exists, they start shopping. They start comparing you against the competition. They start shopping around.
Yeah.
That everybody does it. So what can you tell different? And that's how you have to. Not only about video, but anything that you produce online. If you start looking at it that way, your result will 10x, guaranteed. But if you don't look at it that way, what I need to do to attract a client or somebody that doesn't know that I exist. Now they know that I exist, what I need to do to capture their attention. Now that I capture their attention, they became fanboys, what I need to do to move them to the next level. So, for example, in your guys' case, interviews. So you interview Jackie, now the network that Jackie, her following, that don't know you, will get to know you. That's one way to capture attention. Start leveraging other micro-influencer. And a micro-influencer is anybody with a small following.
Yep.
And that will give you more dividends than anything else that you can do online right now. Leveraging other people. When I started learning about marketing, they used to call them JP partner or joint ventures. But it's all the same. Just with time, people change the names. Video testimonials. If it was one video that I tell you to create, and that's the only budget for 2019, it will be a video testimonial. And the whole idea is that you don't sell your product or service, but you let other people sell your products or services. Behind the scenes, these are the type of videos that I've done in many different types of businesses, including gyms, pizzerias, and they work big time behind the scenes. Let a camera person go behind you and show what you do in a way that adds value. They are great that is product placement and you actually selling your company and what you do without having to tell people, this is what I do or buy my product. Because everybody out there say that my business is the best, I got the best prices, I'm open 24/7, and they start talking bad about the competition, but that doesn't differentiate you. Yes, ma'am.
So then, based on what you just said, as opposed to what Marla said, because that's pretty much what she did, but then you said that someone's going to go out and try to look for the competition. So what makes that different as opposed to what you just said?
So what she did is it's a process. Like, let me show you how we make our videos. And if that's the only thing she says, the video will give credit. But if you add a call to action at the end, you're already asking for an exchange of information. So that's another thing different that a lot of people are mixing these days. Whether it's video or anything else, you have to differentiate if you want to get better results. It's where to ask a call to value or where to ask a call to action. If the person doesn't know you or doesn't know your products and service, and as soon as you do a call to action, you're gonna lose them. You gotta ask them to change their life, save time. What is the call to value that you're asking them to do? It's just picture yourself the next time you're buying something or last time you bought something. If somebody start pitching you right away, you guard yourself up and you ain't buying. But that's the mistake a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs are making today. They're going for the pitch right away without providing value. Remember, it's not about you. They don't care about you. They care what your product or service is going to do for them. If you have that in mind, you're going to have better results. Behind community events, when it was the last time that you went to a community event and you actually recorded that you were supporting that community event, you can leverage that information. You can tag those people and just not upload the video or the picture. Make sure you tag the person and acknowledge and say thank you. It's a thank you economy. You got to be grateful for that. They allow you. They gave you their time. Thank you, Laura, for being in the video last time. They give you their time and allow you to, they allow you to feature that person in your Facebook page. So say thank you. Plus, as a hack, growth hack tool, the next time you tag somebody, remember those that didn't know you, that know me and you tag me, now they're gonna get to know you. Or if the content was good enough, they're gonna pick the interest, they're gonna go to your page, and if your content is good, they're gonna start consuming your content. But you gotta tag them. Thank you, Mike, for bringing me to the Chamber of Commerce. I had a blast. Boom, nice video. Now the people that know Mike or know the Chamber that didn't know me, they're gonna get to know me. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Yes? Some type of weekly show. We're talking about consistency. When you start studying about marketing, one of the things that a lot of people put a lot of attention is being consistent with something weekly or frequently. But with some weekly or bi-weekly or monthly, but the message got diluted when any of you are Gary Vee fans? When the Gary Vee fanboys start creating versus documenting. And that's what happened when people just put in the phone and I'm in the Chamber of Commerce meeting, blah, 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 and they finish. But the creation versus documenting, if that content is not in line with your marketing message, it's not creating any buzz. You're providing value while starving your business today. Bottom line. And the reason for him works is because it's him, but nobody else can duplicate that process. And I've been doing this since 2003. Number of mistakes people do when hiring somebody. Number of mistakes people do when looking for a place to, an event place. Number of mistakes people do when they want to get insurance, health, travel to Cuba. I want to know those mistakes.
There's plenty of them. Yeah. Why do you want to go to Cuba?
Because my boss, she wants to go. So, see, I want to go to Thailand, to Phuket, first. But if she wants to go to Cuba first, I guess it's me.
So, Accidental used to do a weekly tip, and so every Monday or whatever day it was, they used to have different people that rotate them every week and let them talk to them about a dental tip. And it was awesome, and then all of a sudden it went away. And so I said to them recently, I said, whatever happened to your videos? And they said, oh, I know, we just stopped doing them. I said, you shouldn't have, because that's what kept me engaged, and other people said it's a good idea to do a weekly tip.
The whole idea with the consistency and with Gary's message or a show is just like a TV show. People, once they start consuming it, the people expect it. Every Tuesday at 7 o'clock, I know Dawn is going to have a mark and I'm going to log in. Once you start consistent, and that's the whole message about being consistent. But when you start documenting versus creating, anybody understand that process of the difference between documenting and creation? So, if you don't get it, basically what it is that you want to record what you do throughout the day in hopes to create some buzz and awareness of what you're doing. Creation is more about planning what I'm going to create to make sure that I help the customer and I help my business. But what happened is when people were not creating because they were using I'm too busy, I can't create, or I don't have the technical expertise, they start recording everything that they did, but they quickly realized that recording what they did, whether it's food or a chamber meeting, it wasn't advancing their business goals. It wasn't getting their business closer to the goals. So that's the main difference between creation and documenting. And last video that everybody should be creating at least once a quarter, predictions. predict what's going to happen in your market, and you have to have a big set of, and a lot of people don't do it because they don't want to look bad, but prediction is one. How long your video should be?
30 seconds.
As long
Under
as
a minute.
Boom! That is the right answer.
What was it in here?
As long as it takes to get the message across. Whether it's 30 seconds or 10 minutes or an hour. I went to do a video downtown Tampa in a bank, and the manager was adamant that he wanted a 2-minute video. And I'm like, Mark, why you want a 2-minute video? Because it gotta be 2 minutes. So, okay, let's say your message. And it took him 47 seconds. And I said, we're gonna come up with the other 1 minute and 13. However long it takes you to say what you wanna say, and you get your point across without rambling, just take that time, don't worry about it. Where should you host your videos?
YouTube.
What'd you say, Laura?
They're bad.
Oh, yeah.
On your own property.
In your bed, I like that, but I can do that easy.
Stephanie.
So no one else takes it.
In your own property. And what is your own property?
Your home or your office?
Well, no, like your website.
100%. That's the first place you should be hosting your video. I understand that you might be limited with space in your hosting account. So first step will be uploading it to YouTube, and then embed it to your website before you do anything else. However, if you are Facebook first, if you are a business that is putting a lot of attention into Facebook, building a community, then sharing the video on Facebook as well. But what I would recommend is, like in your case, what we've been doing with a lot of clients that it works, we record a long video, whether it's, let's say, a full day or 3 hours, and then once we are editing that video, if you say one-liners that cause people to react, or you say something within 30 seconds to a minute that it was amazing, that video gets shut down, or that section gets exported again, and that's the small clips that we're sharing on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and then driving the people, the big traffic to YouTube. And the reason is because YouTube, when people are searching or Googling for what you do, or for tips or solving that problem, YouTube videos will show up. Facebook video will not show up in the search. Yes, ma'am.
We have Roku, and we have our own program on Roku, and we find that we get more out of that than we do out of YouTube. Everything's on our YouTube channel, but Roku, and as you would know, I mean, people, if they look at something there for, was it 15 or 20 minutes, you know you have them as a subscriber. Well, we were away in Australia and New Zealand for six weeks. We had about 300 hours with the video, and we had 5 episodes of an hour, and people were sitting there saying, "When's the next one coming out, Jackie?" They follow you on things like that. So
the things with Roku, any other place, you have to see them as a distribution channel.
Yep.
And that's fine that you're a good person, and you have the heart in the right place, and you want to help people. But at the end of the day, they are just distribution channels. You're distributing your content so people can reach out, whether it's Roku, Apple TV, Alexa, Fire Stick, whatever it is that you're doing, just that's a place. So if I want to reach Catholics on a Sunday, where I go?
Church.
And that's the way you gotta see the content. That's the way you gotta see content. Not because some so-called expert told you that you gotta go to LinkedIn because that's a professional network. That's total BS. If your network if your immediate client is the person you can help or benefit from your content right now today is not there, your time is wasted. You have to think of where you're gonna find that ideal customer. Where your clients are hanging out. And if they're hanging out on LinkedIn, go ahead, go to LinkedIn. Forget about Facebook. But if they're not in LinkedIn, that makes sense? Mm-hmm. So upload it, your website first, 100%. YouTube, because it's just a search engine. If you're building a community, my advice would be get small clips, one-liners, and just spread them, sprinkle them through different social networks, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, and then if they want to see the full video, they can go either to your website or YouTube. And why you should hire? That's a leading question. Let me not do a leading question. Should you DIY your videos or should you hire a videographer?
If I want to give a professional image, I think I would hire someone.
So here's my take on that. Most people, if you're doing a training event just like me right now, most people place a camera, press record, and they forget about it, and then you start talking. And that's the wrong way to do it. You want to be, I'm focusing on you, I'm also on the camera, I'm doing more than one thing at the same time. And when you're not a videographer, when you're not a camera person, and you also have to think about the camera, the angles, the audio, and everything is between, you're splitting your attention, the end result, whether it's the audio or the angles, are not going to be the best. So if you want to take your video to the next level, or you want to get better results, capture video testimonials while you're packing, multiple angles, definitely bring a video testimonial, a videographer. Make sense? Questions? Any more questions? Yes, ma'am.
You probably are not going to like this, but what does it cost to have a professional video done, let's say a minute or 2 minutes? Because that element, the cost element, is a decider for a lot of small businesses.
I think that scares a lot of small businesses.
And this is what I realized with most businesses that I help. They don't have a marketing budget. And if you don't have a marketing budget, that's where you should be starting. How much every month you should be spending, whether it's on business cards, Facebook ads, or hiring a video guy. But now that question comes up, if you do a search, everybody prices it slightly different. Nature Cost TV charge for a 30 to 60 seconds, $6.99 for a video. $699. And other companies charge slightly different. What I do is I either half day or full day video shoot, and we record as many videos or as little videos as you can. But that's my rate, and the rate includes the recording, the editing, and so the full production, and I deliver that. So that's how I do it differently.
And so what was your rate for half day, full day?
$1 million.
Yeah. I was waiting for that.
$1 million. So at the moment, my full day rate is $1,100.
Okay.
And I'm considering bringing it up because right now, if you didn't know, I'm retired from the Air Force. So I do this because I love it. I did 20 years in the Air Force, and I've been designing, creating videos for a long time. I truly love marketing. I can talk about marketing all day long. And my goal was to do 10 videos a month, 2 full days. And this last week, on Friday, I already did number 7. So I'm quite busy. I just went to Boca, did one. I'm considering bringing it up. Yes, ma'am.
So also, as part of the services that you offer, do you also manage how that video is perceived, how often it's being watched online, the analytics of...
Not for all the clients, but right now I'm helping with that. Tampa City Boxing and Wesley Chapel Fitness. Those 2 gyms, I'm helping them, and I do that for them, and a professional boxer in the local area. But I try not to do that because, in all honesty, you can hire any minion for $5 an hour to do that. That's just simple analytics, or I can teach people how to do it. So I'd rather teach you how to do it, but if you need me to do it, I'll do it for you. Yes. I know you have a question. No? Come on.
No, you answered all of it. You did awesome.
Donna?
Not really. Our hands are tied because
Yes.
we do have a corporate, and they are extremely strict. Insofar as they have their own advertisements. I'm
Yes.
sure you've seen
Yes.
Holiday Inns. So, insofar as us,
What I will incentive or encourage you guys to think about, because both of you work for a company that manage that, is to record the testimonial, a video testimonial in the client's video, and let them upload that into their social media while tagging you or tagging your business.
We can do videos. We've been talking about doing it, videos. So, it's not something you can't, but it's more of just turning on your video from your phone and doing a quick video in-house.
2 more minutes, guys.
Andrew?
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
When are you free to do one more?
after the chamber. Stephanie?
So the half-day rate is what?
Half of that, 530 is 550.
Okay, half of that.
Well, we can work out for the chamber. I'll work something out for you guys. Don't worry about it. So just let me know. We talk and.
So with the hours of a full day versus the hours of a half day, how many hours?
4 to 8. So I'll give you the last time I went to Bradenton to do a full day video shoot, 2 weeks ago, we did 23 videos. So if you start chopping them down, you get your money's worth. Jackie?
No, just you were saying about the interviews. This is what I'm starting next year on my road.
100%.
I will be interviewing people to advertise, but it gives you advertising as well. So.
Ma'am?
We talked about that at marketing.
Yes,
for
I'll
the
be there.
chamber.
I'll be there this week, sir. Hook up the audio to the audio source, so you have clean audio. That will be my best advice. One of the mistakes I made when recording live bands.
Well, again, remember, this is Full Sail University. They teach we're going to have actually 20 students that are basically working with, supervised by two of probably the best engineers in the world. So it's like you're playing on Madison Square Garden. You've got lights, everything. So,
ma'am?
We're limited, or I'm limited. We do not advertise. It's word of mouth, so you'll never see
That's
that.
the best advertising.
Yep.
Non-profits are great to use your videos. No?
We do.
Capture the happiness, the result, the people having fun and
Are you
clapping.
coming next week?
Send me an email and I'll look my calendar and then we block
Because
it.
I'm going to be showing one of our videos, but I'd like to do something local in Hernando County, so I'll take your card.
Sir? Huh? Ma'am?
No, I probably won't do it.
I hope you
We'll
answer.
see.
I hope I answered your question and I hope I add some value. And if I wasn't coming here to pitch or to get hired. I definitely would like to see better results in the Hernando County and you guys. We're in a community, so I would like to see better results. But if you have any questions, whether it's you're hiring somebody else or not, just feel free to send me a message, and I will I'll do my best to answer them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for your service.